Josh from the Acoustic Centre. It's time for Joshy's Budget Guitar of the Week yet again. We have one that we're pretty sure you'll recognise this week. What do you got, Joshy?
So this is the GS Mini from the folks at Taylor Guitars.
Mm-hmm.
And Dan, if we had a magical tree that would spring forth with GS Minis every morning, we still would not be able to keep up with the number of guitars that people want with this guitar. It's just so popular. It's the most popular guitar we've ever had.
If it's not the best-selling guitar in the world of the last decade, that I'm saying that it is.
Yes.
I'm making up that it is.
Well, that's right.
It is. When this came along, it's just an incredible story, the popularity of this guitar, and with good reason. And it is every bit as popular as it was, I don't know if it was 10 years ago, 6, 7, 8 years ago.
Yes. But
it's such a flawless idea and such a beautifully built product and such an extraordinary sounding guitar.
Yeah, incredible. So, GS Mini, it is basically, I guess, a small jumbo shape, you can call it. So if you look at it.
Shrunk down Grand Symphony.
That's right, Grand Symphony, which is a Taylor shape, if you're unfamiliar with that, the GS shape, denoted by the number 16 for more technical info. But what we have is a small guitar that is, most importantly, a short scale instrument. So the scale length of a guitar, for those who don't know, is the length of string from the saddle to the nut. And this is one of the factors that will determine the tension of the strings. So the GS Mini, not only is it comfy, it's not cumbersome to sit with, and you don't have to reach too far with it. The tension on the strings is a little lower than most guitars. So if you're starting out playing acoustic guitar and steel string guitar, which is not an easy thing to do, it's not as hard work as a lot of other guitars, which are bigger than this guitar.
Of course. I mean, it's often called a travel guitar, but it's just become way more than that. It sounds so. It's rare that a guitar this small can have that much tone.
Yeah. So the sound, I'll just strum a chord. We've always been amazed at how full and rich this guitar sounds. Other features of this guitar: mahogany neck, ebony bridge, and fingerboard, and it's as flawless as any other Taylor that you could buy.
Right.
Satin finish guitar, spruce top. I mean, things they haven't included. You don't get a bound guitar, so you can actually see the edges of the grain of the spruce on the top here. But that just speeds up the process of building it and makes
the cost down.
It keeps the cost down. So there's no back braces on the inside of this guitar when you have a look through. Most acoustic guitars have braces on the back, but this is a pressed back. It's got an arch on it in case you haven't seen one of these guitars before. So the strength comes in that arch because of the way it's been pressed into shape. So you don't need those extra back braces. And so you have a very strong but light little guitar that sounds just incredible. Yeah. Absolutely incredible.
This is the original version, the spruce top with the laminate Sapele back and sides. In the years that followed, Taylor have released lots of different timber combinations. Spruce over rosewood laminate, the all Koa one, which may be the best seller now, the Koa top over Koa ply. And there's walnut, and I honestly have played them all and cannot get a favourite out of them. They're so as good as each other. That there's no bad one.
And the people that have bought these anywhere from beginners, because they want something that's easier to play. I would just mention, I didn't say guitar playing is easy, I just said easier because of that tension on the strings and the size. But you have people who travel and want a guitar like this. You just have people who want a small guitar to sit onto the couch and sink in, while they're watching Neighbours, something like that.
Yes, yep.
So the other part of this guitar is the fact that they have always put it into a really good gig bag. So let's have a look at that. The gig bag has changed just a little bit over the last couple of years.
Yeah.
So it comes in a really high quality gig bag, which you can, if you put it on the ground there, Dan, you can see it's pretty, it's a pretty sort of rigid little gig bag
with a neck support in there.
Yeah. It's hard to destroy a little bag like that, and so people take them away with themselves on holiday, or They just take them to lessons. It's ready to go.
Sure.
So
Everything Taylor do, I mean, right down to the bags, the quality is just second to none.
it's astonishing what they built. Look, Taylor always know that they're going to do well with what they put out, but I wonder if they knew how successful this guitar was going to be. I don't know if they knew that. And in fact, they've had to move operations to, so we're, basically there's a whole factory dedicated mainly to GS Minis, with a bunch of their other models, but it's incredible stuff.
Yeah. Well, there you have it. In case you've been living under a guitar rock and you have never seen the Taylor GS Mini, that's it. It's $869 for this standard model.
Yeah.
And it's a flawless guitar. It's Joshy's budget guitar of the week.
Yeah.
Come in and check them out. We've always got them. Take us out with a few chords. Like it, mate.